it's me, Special News Correspondent Johnny Woodrow, bringing you the latest news. Last time on the Dicewich Horror, 3 strangers from various walks of life had agreed to help the museum's curator, Lucius Mayweather. After investigating the museum themselves, they had found 2 clues. One of the perpetrators lost a fingernail trying to force open one of the displays, and the criminals managed to break into the sarcophagus in the Egyptology display and stole something from the mummy's grasp. With fingernail in tow, they make their way to the police department to talk to the culprit that Dudley, the museum security guard, managed to detain at the crime scene. When they hit a fatal snag, the culprit that they wanted to talk to was already dead. This time on Thin Dice.
Yeah, he's dead. I wasn't meaning you can't interrogate him for, like... I mean, I was meaning, but... Nah, he's just straight dead, so you can't interrogate him. I'd love to let you. I feel like you could probably get something out of him, but... You know.
Well, I'm quite confident in my skills, but, I'm not quite confident in that.
I'd have figured that the newspapers sensationalized that some. Say, the security guard killed him in the ensuing heist or whatever. Did it happen recently? Did he just die of heart problems? We heard that he was cold to the touch when the thing happened.
As far as we know, well, we simply don't. We've sent him off to a mortician, get an autopsy on him, but currently we don't know. Hopefully we'll get the information back in, the next day or so, but as far as we know, he's a dead end.
That was going to be my next question. If you already had him sent to a mortician, I myself am a practitioner myself, a doctor, I could have probably been able to help.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to get a second opinion.
I mean, that seems to be an overextension of our inquiry, but I suppose, yeah, we are a part of this as well.
I'd say roll a persuasion. But take a bonus dice since
ooh, special.
You've all been civil, and I mean Yannik here has introduced himself as a doctor of all things, so it's
bold claim.
So how do I do that again?
Yeah, you roll your persuasion, and then you throw on the bonus die, and you take whichever's lower for the tens place.
So who would be rolling this?
I think I would.
Yeah, I it's best I don't make the persuasion.
Yeah, is it just a persuasion check?
Yep.
Okay.
Be free.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a success.
Yeah, so you won't even need it.
Cool. Let's see what it was. It would have been a 9, so that would have been
even better.
Yep. So
I think that takes it down.
That
would have made it worse because it would have made it a 93.
Yeah, it would have been a 93.
Yeah.
So the 43 is the lower one. So basically, Daniel kind of shakes his head. Yeah, you know what? If at the very least, maybe not give him some medical help. Guy's pretty skilled, but if you stop by his little mortuary place, maybe you could ask him some questions.
So, where's that at? What's the address?
What is the address?
Yeah, bullshit something up.
I would, but they're actual street names.
Oh,
you know
damn.
What? It's on Northwest Street. I hate that. That's such a terrible name. You head on down that way. The fella's name is Larry Delacroix. I don't know, it's some sort of French last name. Too fancy for me. But you'll find his place.
As he says that's a Frenchman, Yannick's eyes just squint a little.
Look, I don't think he's French himself. I think he's just got that fancy French heritage.
So, it was Larry Delacroix?
Yeah. He's the one currently working on the body, so go on down, tell him Daniel Cliff sent ya, and he should be quick to open up.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Mr. Cliff. Maybe we'll see you around. We appear to be in town for a bit.
Yeah, yep. If you find any more evidence, or if the Undertaker there finds anything useful on the body, come on back. Hash it out with us.
All right.
Save me the trouble.
Hey, I live to serve.
No problem. And if you're ever in Salem, if you're feeling under the weather, feel free to let me know. I do not mind.
Sure, right. If I ever leave this town.
Well, either way, I also make house visits sometimes.
What, you don't even go on a drive? Just go out in the countryside, just drive around?
Man, I don't even own a car.
Yeah, everything's in walking distance. Probably donut shop down the street, gets your coffee.
If I need to exercise, I walk through Independence Square.
Yeah, it's a good place.
It's a very good walk.
Yeah, good man.
Well, anyway, Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Kazoon tight.
God. You have another lead, and you manage to handle the police affairs relatively neatly. Y'all make your way outside. Are you gonna just walk there? You could probably get across town in, I don't know, an hour, give or take, since you're on the right side of town this time. Because it's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 6 blocks away.
It'll take maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we'll just go on a nice walk.
It's fall. The weather's nice, cool,
Yes,
nothing too hot.
As I was about to ask, because me and Australian, I'm not quite sure what season it is now in
It would
the
be
US at this
fall.
time.
It'd be fall.
So pretty even weather. Not too hot, not too cold.
It's good, relaxing, not kill you weather.
It's a good thing we didn't have to do some kind of malarkey saying we were private investigators. I mean, I guess we are, but not officially.
I mean, what is the difference between a licensed and an unlicensed private investigator anyway?
A license.
Oh, well, that's just a matter of opinion.
No, it's paper. It's certified.
Well, what is certified in the law? What is the law but a perception?
Listen here, Bucko. I have a master's degree. I ain't gonna get that forged. That is a certification of your accomplishments in life. You don't just lie about that stuff.
Okay, it was merely a jest, my friend. It was merely a jest.
One could also say that I earned certifications in my own way.
Well, you got medals?
Well, unless if you count scars as medals, then yes.
What, you didn't even get a Purple Heart? What, that's one of the things we got, right? Is Purple Hearts?
Well, we get it. I don't know about our friend here, though.
We gave you at least something for service.
Things in the German army are a little bit different. Yeah, we got compensated for any injuries that we sustained, but, well, when you lose the war, it doesn't help much.
Yeah, how's the economy going on over there?
When you ask that, Yannik gives like the sheesh expression.
We don't talk about this here.
Ah, yeah, them reparations are hell, huh?
Probably shouldn't have started a war.
So, anyway, what do you do for fun? I guess get away from the fucking war. I guess I'd rather talk about anything. What'd you do as a child? I blew up a dumpster once. That was fun. Anything to lighten the mood.
Oh, I went hunting with my papa.
I think the Mortician's coming up. You want to finish the story?
Well, other than that, listen to a little bit of music. It soothes the soul.
I'm sure it does. So you're coming up on Larry Delacroix's location. It's a nice, humble building, you could say. It's nothing fancy. Probably has a very nice, like, basement cellar place, Gotta keep the corpses kind of cool, prevent the melting.
Prevent the smell.
So you walk on into the Mortician's place, the little funeral parlor, and you can see there's a, like, waiting area. You can see further in, obviously, a room where probably the viewing for caskets and whatnot would be. There's no one about, but you can see a bell on a table that just says ring for service.
Cool, I ring the bell for service.
How many times do you ring it? This is important.
I ring it the quick 3 times.
Okay. Yeah, give it a quick 3 little baps. Ding, ding, ding. And as soon as that third one's done, coming around a corner is a slightly bedraggled looking man in a nice suit. He has a top hat on. And he's like, hello. Are you here about a funeral? Or I don't think the viewing for the Casey family isn't until about 6, so you're a little bit early.
No, we were here because Daniel Cliff sent us.
Oh, Daniel Cliff. Oh, the policeman. Why? You don't look like police officers.
Call us investigators. We were interested in a case. We're trying to look into the break-in at the museum, and one of the perpetrators apparently died in the cell that he was in, and we were going to question him, and well, he's dead. So we wanted to see what happened, I guess, and see anything unusual.
You're here about what was his name? Jimmy Williamson. That was his name.
Oh, that was the man's name? Jimmy Williamson?
Yes, you know what? It might be best if I just show you.
I don't know if I want to look at someone's corpse today. I'd rather not, but...
Well, if Well, you could wait outside while I take the look. I'm used to it.
I kinda don't want to look at it, but my curiosity is really wanting me to go. So I'll follow.
See, that's the answer.
So he takes you down into like a sub-basement. Who all is going into the sub-basement?
I'm following.
I will not go and see the corpse.
Yannik is.
Alrighty
He's the person that cuts up bodies.
Walter will, but extremely reluctantly.
Understandable. So you get down and there's a table and you can see dead body on it. It's mostly covered up. Got the little drapery covering up to the chest. Only the head's visible. Some older looking man. Kind of how Dudley explained it. It's really confusing because, like, this isn't the kind of person you'd peg as, yeah, I'm gonna rob a museum. But, looks to be deceiving.
He was Breaking Bad this whole fucking thing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, he's he doesn't look like. Does the body look like it's even in good shape? Like the man himself was fit.
he looks like he was healthy for his age. But, you could, see Larry's just kind of looking at the corpse, and it's like, it's how you'd imagine someone looking at, like, roadkill or something. There's just obvious distaste while he's staring at it. It's like,
I'm just gonna come in the building. I decided I didn't want to be outside alone, so I'm just gonna hang around over here.
I mean, you were inside the building to begin with.
Yeah, but I was outside of the morgue while they were inside, so I was just outside, away from the other people.
That's fair.
Yannik looks at the body Yannik looks at the body unflinching.
Yeah, yeah, he's dead. Yep.
Mr. Mortician, would you? Did we go to determine a cause of death? And Walter just takes like a handkerchief and just covers his nose to block the smell.
Well, that's the funny thing. It doesn't smell all that bad.
It smell like formaldehyde or
Yeah,
like
it's certainly been preserved.
Okay, he's been embalmed.
Yeah, it's a chemical smell.
But yeah, I asked him if he's has he determined a cause of death?
Kind of. Yes. Also, no. It's complicated, and I'm not sure you'll believe me if I told you anyway. So
what's the hypothesis? You're a man of, I guess, sciences. I wouldn't consider this art for sure.
it's certainly a science.
Yeah. So you're a man of science and reason. What's your hypothesis? What you think?
My hypothesis is that this here is not actually Jimmy Williamson.
I'm sorry, what now?
Does he not look like the Jimmy Williamson in?
I look at him confused.
Well, the problem is he looks too much like Jimmy Williamson. So the issue actually does not pertain to the fact that Jimmy Williamson is dead on my table. It's the fact that he should already be dead somewhere else. Because I embalmed this body last week. Then he kind of looks at it, and now it's back.
What?
Yannik looks at him very curiously.
I mean, give it a once over. You can see that I've already done the process. If you have any idea of how chemicals work, then you should be able to see that it's well preserved and well put together. I am very good at my work.
Yannik points to the burns on his face. I very much do know how chemicals work.
You might know how they work destructively, not preservatively. Though I guess if I put a preservative inside you, it would be destructive, but...
Yes, however, you're giving me free rein.
Yeah, don't inject random chemicals. That's a bad thing. They tell you not to do that in the labs.
I'm just very confused.
Also, I'll go ahead and take a look as you say, though. And, Yannick's going to pull out I'm just going to assume he has like a small pair of gloves inside his doctor's bag already, and he's just going to take those out, put them on, and he's going to, even though the body's dead, he's still handling it with care to examine it.
Well, if you move the covering, you can see that he's already been cut open.
God.
Again, Yannick's unflinching.
Just to clarify, he said that he had embalmed this body like a week ago, and now it's like basically turned up again.
Yes.
So, what you're saying is that Jimmy Williamson may just have an upturned grave at the moment?
An upturned grave. Maybe he faked his death, and now he's actually dead, and I was just wrong. Maybe I don't know. I've been running my head through it ever since the police gave me the body, saying, "Yeah, this man died in our prison last night. Don't know what happened. Just keeled over." And I was like, "Sure, I'll get right to the heart of the problem." And the problem is, they gave me an embalmed body. Whether the police are just trying to pull a practical joke on me or what have you, I don't really know, but it's...
Well, hold on. We were already there at Arkham Museum, and the security officer, didn't he say that the body felt cold?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Are you trying to imply...
I thought that was just circulation.
I mean, it could be. Let's take this to Occam's razor, okay? Okay. So the possible standing theory as of right now is a dead man rose from the grave to rob a museum and then died again. Or this is another stranger or some doppelganger of some sort, some person that maybe even faked his death. Just saying, the simplest answer is obviously normally a more correct one, but we're also not done with this thing.
I mean, look, I'm not really part of this town's comings and goings. I don't suppose that someone could have just, I don't know, are the police corrupt or anything? Could someone just slip this body in and take it out and try to make this seem like a weird fucking circumstance?
I mean, that would involve the involvement of the curator in the... Now, that's a theory. It could have been a publicity stunt to maybe gain fame or of some sort, maybe.
What, smash it in their own museum? Yeah, it's not impossible.
I mean, this happened in broad daylight. How many witnesses were there?
From what it sounded like, that there wasn't really anyone around.
That's interesting, ain't it?
As they're talking, I'm going to continue to further examine the body just to make sure if there's anything else I could glean from it.
Go ahead. In fact, Larry here will help you, so give yourself a bonus die. So you guys will work on the body together.
Okay, so medicine with bonus?
Yeah.
Alright, gonna roll that.
Oh, yeah. That's a hard success right there. No, wait, I lied, because that's a 94. Damn! Oh, well. Well, while you guys are working on the body, there is you hear like a jingle, ting 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 noise. Someone's ringing the bell upstairs, and Larry is literally like hands inside of a man right now trying to help. So Larry's just gonna shout to you two, "Could you go check on that for me? I would appreciate it greatly."
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Walter and Gregory, I guess, are gonna go up and check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, while you two are in the basement, currently looking over the supposedly secondly dead body, the other guys go upstairs, and there is a mailman, actually. And he just kind of looks at you two, is like, any of you, Larry Delacroix? Croix?
Nah, he's here, though. You can leave it at the door or whatever.
Okay, but he just kind of takes a sealed envelope out and just kind of puts it on a table. It's like,
yeah, he'll get to it. He's kind of hands deep in a body right now, so I suggest you go on your day, friend. Have a good one.
Right. Good day to you. And he just kind of walks away.
I take a look at the letter.
Naturally.
I'm not picking it up. I'm looking at it.
So, do we want to take that down to him, or do we want to feel a little snoopy? A little perusing?
Question.
Answer.
Does the how is the letter sealed?
It's got one of those rather fancy like stamp ink seal things, or oil seals. What do you call them? Wax. That's the word. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
Well, I have two suggestions. We could open it right now, and if my hand is dexterous enough, we could perhaps try to put the seal back in place. But what we could also do is give it to him, let him read it, and if we're feeling snoopy still, we can take a look at it when he's not around.
I mean, it's probably easier to see it if I already opened it. Ain't like he'd know we opened it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So how about we just bring it down to the good doctor?
I haven't looked at private letters since one of my professors left an important document lying around. Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh my god, you guys.
Very. We come down and Doc, you have a letter, my friend.
Give me a moment, I'm going to have to wash this off. And he just kind of
Yeah, don't wanna get the formaldehyde on the paper and leave stains.
Yes.
he looks to you, Yannik, and he basically says, you can see my problem here. Nothing makes sense.
Yes, I can see.
Alright, if you're going to be doing anything else, just, please wait upstairs. I'd rather not have you hanging around down here with a bunch of dead bodies. If I could avoid it.
No, that is fair, but thank you, though, for allowing the opportunity to at least try and figure something out.
Yeah, no problem, Doc. And Walter will go upstairs, but he'll also take the letter with him, so he'll have to come back upstairs to read it if he wants to read it.
Wait, are you purposefully because he's going to ask for the letter.
Yeah, but his hands are bloody right now, so I'm trying to basically slip away without him basically raising a fuss.
I mean, if you want, we can just read the letter to you, and you ain't gotta wash your hands or whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna shake his head no. Now, could be confidential information in there pertaining to the loss of a loved one. Can't have random strangers just reading it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
No, that is fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you mind if I use your sink?
Oh yeah, that probably makes sense for both of us. Quite dirty. So, you two wash up. I guess, again, the other two are going to be upstairs with the letter.
Yeah.
So, wash up doesn't take too long. Got a sink trough-like thing. It's medicinal.
Yeah, just like a deep sink thing. Deep workshop sink.
Y'all go upstairs and he asks for the letter.
I hand it over.
And you did not do anything stupid with it, right?
Nah, I figured it was better to tamper. I could try sleight of hand or something, but I've got a 40, so there is a fair chance to fail. So I'll just hand it to him.
Yeah, that's a little worse than a weighted coin toss.
So he kind of looks at it, takes out a little letter opener, and zoop, pops it open, and pulls out the letter, just kind of reads it, seals it back up, puts it back in. I swear, business is always booming in this town.
You want to talk about it, Doc? We don't want to leave you any worries you might be having.
Hey, the dyeing industry's big. Just look at the war.
As you say that, Yannik he just sighs in poor taste of that.
Unfortunately, it is indeed confidential, as I suspected. But it does promise some good news, so you gotta take the good with the bad.
Death of someone? I don't see how this.
I'm sorry, Doctor. You're gonna have to explain to me how anything pertaining to what would be that letter would be good news.
Oh, don't worry about it. It is well within hand.
Wait, you getting a shipment of new supplies, more embalmment stuff, whatever?
Promised payment, actually, on some business I did.
Oh, okay.
If you must know. And, I mean, if I get some promised payment, then I can invest, maybe make this place a little bit better. Instead of it being this little dumpy building, I might be able to buy a property next door, expand. Might get some fancy refrigeration stuff going on instead of just trying to embalm as soon as I get a body.
Oh, so this is just a little bit of a question on my part, but I'm assuming that most of the bodies that come here just get embalmed, no cremation or anything like that?
I mean, if they request a cremation, I don't really have the facilities, but then I can embalm them as soon as possible and have them shipped off as soon as I can. Most of the time, it's just embalming, and then they're off to a hill somewhere to be buried.
I see. Well, I suppose that we should be getting out of your hair.
Yes.
Yeah, what time is it? I checked my watch.
It's about 4:30, give or take. Getting close to evening.
It's a little past lunchtime. You guys will go get some subs, some sliders, gyros, anything?
The moment Larry sees that it's 4:30, he's going to panic. He's like, It's a half hour until that family's going to come in for the viewing, and he doesn't have the corpse prepared yet.
Oh, that's bad.
Do you need any assistance, at least with moving the body over?
Oh, well, Doc, you better get moving.
Yep. Work and then not work. Have a good day, all of you.
Did he leave the letter on the desk when he went to go in a rushed state?
I never roll luck to see if he did.
Oh, shit. Roll luck, man. Roll luck.
Where's my luck?
It's a 50, so coin flip.
I mean, I asked the question, so it's fair that I make the luck roll.
Hard say.
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh my god.
Ah, shit. He did indeed leave the letter on the table.
I don't know if Gregory's gonna do anything, but as soon as he goes downstairs, Walter is going to like slightly like to grab the letter and slide it into his pocket.
Oh my god. This is what happens!
You're gonna take it?
He's handing it to you.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do?
Is that what he was doing?
I mean, I was gonna take it. It's the seal's broken though, right?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but it's also gonna be missing.
I mean, we could just take a quick peek.
Quick peek.
He's clearly busy down there.
Yeah, we didn't walk away just yet.
Also, I was going to essentially go with him to quote-unquote help.
Oh no, he'll excuse you away before that. There's a small difference between the mortuary sciences and actual medicine.
Okay. Yeah, I was offering it, though.
He works with dead bodies.
That's fair.
You work with living bodies.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just more asking if he needed help at least with moving the body over.
Ah, nah.
More accurately, he works on dead bodies, you work on dying bodies.
If you're working on a dead body, then obviously you have failed.
If he's gone downstairs and the seal is broken on the letter, if I can, I would like to just like slowly slide the letter out and just read.
Actually, hold on. While they're looking it over, I'm gonna keep my ears out for if Larry's coming up. Is coming back up.
If you guys want, I can read it because I'm technically the one reading.
Oh yeah, you did get it. I just like hearing my own voice.
Dear Mr. Delacour, it is with great pride that I can say that the funds were finally secured for you. I know it has been a trying time with what your job and the extensive favors I've asked of you, but we have certainly made great strides these past few days. I cannot meet with you as I must look over these new manuscripts. I've been given the funds to a fellow named Billy Flowers, who has been instructed to meet you tomorrow night at Independence Squares. Sincerely yours, T.P.
Oh, well, that's no good.
Oh, that's no good.
It's a little suspicious.
And for the record, this was addressed yesterday, so...
Wait, it's already happened.
It's already happened. He had the manuscripts.
The meeting is tonight at Independence Square.
Tonight. Oh, tonight. Okay, yeah. Morticians might have been mighty suspicious. And Walter King will slowly slide the letter back into its holder and slide it back to where it was on the table.
Yeah. Ah, shit. The luck roll for that.
It was quite nice.
It really was.
I was planning on just sort of hurrying him off, just to sort of expedite that sort of roll, but he had already hurried off, so.
It was 4:30. He has another body he needs to prepare within the half hour. So yeah, you have that interesting news. Congrats.
Okay, so what's the time now? Like,
After getting that open and looking it over, it's about 4:40.
Okay, so he has new manuscripts, and he's given the funds to Billy. So Billy is the one who's going to exchange the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what is the party doing? It is getting later into the evening. You could go back and see if Mr. Mayweather has found his old notes on the on his Egyptian stuffs.
I'm thinking that if we want to do that, we can go to Mr. Mayweather, follow up on that lead, and then I was thinking that we should check out the graveyards, but I think after finding this letter, we might want to like stake out the Independence Square.
Yeah, that was gonna be my course of thought.
Hi everyone, it's me, Caleb. player of Walter King and current editor of this episode of On Thin Dice. If any of you have been paying attention to Adam's social media or his YouTube stuff, then you'll probably know that he's been busy recently, and I've just been filling in for him. But regardless, I'd like to thank you all for listening. I'd like to especially thank our keeper Jarrod. He's done a pretty good job on this session, and you'll find out why in the coming episodes. On another note, I'd like to ask a little teensy-weensy request that if there are any musicians who would like to contribute their music willingly or just open to collaborating with us for a commission, we would welcome it immensely. Speaking of music, we'd also like to thank Zapblast for their music. It was used in last episode and as well as this episode. It's been really good just to have something to fill the episode besides us just idly chatting about nonsense. So, thank you for that. And with that all done, I will reintroduce you back into what is frankly the chaos.
What we could do is grab something like, quick to eat.
What are we getting to eat?
I think honestly, if we're just if we're gonna be moving place to place, we might just grab a sandwich and eat it on the way.
Yeah, sandwich.
Yeah, we just grab some sliders or whatever.
I love that this is a legitimate question. What are we getting to eat, guys?
We gotta paint a novel with words.
Other podcasts will kind of expedite this, but we are invested in what our characters digest.
Well, I will just get myself a light sandwich.
I'm gonna narrate every internal organ that is functioning right now in my body.
So that means I guess I should kill you faster, shouldn't I?
Oh God.
Yeah. I think my heart's palpitating right now.
Oh no, Mr. King had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's interesting. He died from
He died from ligma.
brain explosion. Just leaked out his ear.
No. Okay. You stop, get some sandwiches, probably get a taxi because you have to get to the other side of town, cross the Miskatonic.
That's true. Yeah, we'll get a taxi.
It's a bit trying to get across this time instead.
About how much would the sandwiches cost?
I'm assuming you're buying within your living space.
I'd imagine 50 cents. I don't know the it's within the spending limit that we have, so
Yeah, you have a daily spending limit.
yeah, we can afford sandwiches.
It's when you suddenly decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a 4-course meal for an entire banquet, and it's coming off my payroll. That's when I'm gonna ask questions.
So I'll do this. I'll purchase the sandwiches for us for whoever gets the cab.
I can cover the cab.
Yes.
All right, whatever.
So I'll purchase the sandwiches.
Well, you get your sandwiches, you huddle into a cab, and you head back south, heading off towards the Museum of Archaeology and Paleontology.
Just so everyone knows, I get a Philly cheesesteak.
It is important.
I get something with sauerkraut in it.
I'm sure they have something like that.
There's a chicken and lettuce sandwich for me.
Yeah, it's called freedom cabbage here, boy.
But you get your meals, you munch them, get a taxi, head on south, make it to the museum, you let yourselves in.
Oh no! The Philly cheesesteak was invented in 1930.
Oh no!
Oh.
Ooh.
You don't get a Philly cheesesteak, you get an Arkham cheese sandwich.
Yeah, there you go, an Arkham sandwich. Man, these are good. They can only get them here, though.
Take 1 sanity damage.
Ah!
From the mystery meat.
Ah, the chronology, no!
For attempting to break the timeline.
Nah, you make it to the museum, you let yourselves in. You see, whatchamacallit, Dudley's, looking over one of the exhibits still with his rather lazy gait, but everything seems mostly in place as you left it.
Hey, you're working hard, you're hardly working.
Whichever one's good.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Daft bastard.
That's so mean.
That's just in my head.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, if you said that under your breath, Yannick's gonna stifle a laugh.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, let's find our way to Mr. Mayweather.
You know where his office is at this point. You make your way onwards towards his office. The door's open, and you can see he has texts upon texts just all over the place.
Jesus, these are the notes that the old curator kept?
Yep, I was assuming this would be a lot easier. I was wrong, but I did find a few texts about the sarcophagus. So, from what I've read, there was a singular book that was buried with this fellow. His name, apparently, has been erased from time. Doesn't even show up in any of the hieroglyphics, notes, or anything that we have on the sarcophagus, so that's concerning, but oh well. The text has been transcribed as the Black Rites, some sort of tome of ancient knowledges and, believe this or not, magics. Pretty funny stuff, honestly.
Walter like stifles a chuckle.
I laugh a little, but I'm actually curious in this.
So, whoever these fellows are, apparently they were after fake stories and childhood fun. It's kind of annoying. I bet that book would fetch a fine price at an auction, but
Maybe that's what they got it for. I mean, they had to know it was in there.
they would have known.
So it's probably someone who was close to the past curator.
Yes, however, who are we to know what was going through their head?
I spelled rights wrong, so now it's the Black Book of ancient civil law.
Oh, okay. I wrote Black Tome of Rights, but okay.
Oh no. Brilliant.
Oh
Yep.
no. God, that hit me in waves just now.
What, the Black Rights book?
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen.
I didn't realize what I
I
just
was
did.
waiting for the reveal on the name of the tome because it's like
My mind went there, but I decided not to say anything.
it was inevitable. We're American.
They were very progressive in the Egyptian times.
I was internally monologuing it.
But yeah, that's the book for ya. If I might pry, maybe add a thing. If it was Egyptian, perhaps Thomas might know a thing or two. Did you stop by his place?
I thought you were gonna call him.
I told you he doesn't like me much.
He didn't give me an address.
I thought you had it sorted.
I thought you had it sorted.
Well, this has been a comedy of errors. Well, I could get you his address now.
That'd be good.
Yes, that would be nice. And however, we did.
We what?
We found something interesting. The Mortician.
Oh, Thomas Pitts.
Oh shit. You might be onto something. You're so onto something I lost my fucking accent.
Are you guys okay?
Take sanity damage.
I said that in meta. But I think Walter does become like realizations like he's like, oh no.
Yeah, no, that is meta. However, saying that out loud, I'm not gonna lie. That once when you said Thomas, I was like, and the P, I was like, wait a minute. So Yannik is actually going to have a look of, oh, for a moment.
I like that there was reverb on your recording when you said whoa.
Yeah, Doc. You have a PhD, right? You're a doc. Or you just no, you're creator. You're the curator. The curator, I should say.
Yes.
I mean, they normally have higher degrees, doctorate, masters, something along them lines.
Excuse for a moment. I need to talk to Mr. Feldman, one-on-one for a moment.
Okay.
And Yannick's gonna usher Mr. Feldman to the side, away from these two.
Yep.
Feldman, don't you realize there's a little bit of a coincidence with the initials of the name he just said?
What? Who? Thomas Pitts? What? What? What are you
Yes,
talking about?
and what was on the letter?
Was on the letter? One second. I take a look at
It
the letter, and down at the bottom, it's like it's signed to TP. Oh, oh, oh. That makes sense. He was friends with he was friends with the curator. He would have known what was in the sarcophagus. He son of a bitch knew.
Exactly. And I feel
I like that Walter isn't a part of this at all.
Walter's just sitting here, is like, so Doc, how much do we get paid?
listen, you need to keep him busy.
So, Mr. Curator, you got any new exhibits coming in?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, so well, what do we do with this information? Do we tell the police? What do we do? Because that would probably be the person who has it.
Yes, that would.
I mean, this here's the tip off.
It is the tip-off. I just want to point out that conclusion. I feel like this would be after something all three of us would have to talk about, but I just wanted to point that out.
Curator, how much do you know of how much do you know about the relationship between Cecil and this Thomas? What was the relationship like?
It was kind of a mentor-student kind of thing. Thomas was a young fellow back when they were working together. Not quite as old as I, but it's ages numbers. He and my old friend, they did a lot together. They really did. And I feel like when I finally stepped into the scene and started working with them, Thomas got a little bit jealous and thought he could, strike out on his own, do something of his own accord. But he had some sort of encounter at a lake. I think it was the Severn Valley, I think is what it's called. It's a place in London, or, well, England specifically. Not New England, for clarification's sake. Actual Great Britain. He went there just before the war to do something, and, well, he came back a changed man. Don't really know what happened. But he kind of locked himself away and hasn't done much since.
I talk back to Yannik. It's like, well, all right. So, do we need to delineate on this anymore? Do we? What do you think?
I feel like we need to further discuss this amongst us first before we take any course of action, though we need to come up with a for sure means now than later.
What?
Yannick's basically is saying all three of us need to have this sort of discussion and such with this new revelation, and we need to make this decision now since the meeting's tonight.
While we're here, I think we'll take another look around, just for a completionist's sake, and we'll come back to you with any more questions that we have.
Naturally. And maybe let Dudley know some things? He is technically supposed to be heading the investigation.
Well, of course.
What do we want him to know?
Well, you mentioned that you'd found a few things.
Oh, yeah, we'll tell him.
Heck, if you want to, take him along.
I was thinking about it.
Are you sure you don't need him here to make sure everything is in order?
Oh, I'm not too worried. We're about to lock things up, and if someone breaks in the dead of night, well, that's what the night watch is for.
I have more than one person?
We have a half dozen so people.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, yeah, we can take Dudley off your hands for the moment.
Yeah, we'll take a brief walk around and see if we missed anything.
All right.
Yes, however, when I did find my findings earlier, I did make sure to point it out to him.
Well, I'm glad to say that it seems that you guys are getting along well enough, so who knows, within the next 24 hours maybe everything will be nice properly solved and you can all have your payments and I can have my collection back.
I think we're coming close, I think we are.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. So we just need to follow in a few more leads and we can come back to you.
Excellent. I'll continue reading over some of these notes about that Book of Black Rites. Might find something more interesting.
Yes, and if you do find anything of value that needs to be brought to our attention, please do let us know.
I'll be sure to do that. Do you have a mailing address?
Yes, I have an apartment in in Salem, and Yannick's going to take like a piece of paper that's blank, and he's going to write down his address for him.
He looks at that. Now, do you have a room you're staying in town so I could get to you a little bit faster than waiting for you to go home?
Well, I have a room in the Riverside Hotel. I can just mark it down for you right here.
That would be sufficient. Thank you, Mr. King.
Yeah, I live on 345 Bachman Road in Boston.
Writes that down. All the way to Boston.
All the way to Boston.
I mean, I'm currently here on campus at the Miskatonic, but you know.
Alright, so you guys take your leave of Mr. Mayweather.
Yeah, I think we'll have like a inter-party chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually have that chat now.
Before we talk to Dudley at all.
Dudley's looking at the arrowheads again.
Such a fascinating man.
All right, everyone, football huddle.
Football.
Alright, so what have you two been talking about? I had to really listen to Mr. Whaler talk about some shit. I want to hear what you guys were talking about.
Based on the letter that we had, it's signed TP, and the only TP that we know, as much as a coincidence as it is, would be
Is Thomas Pitts, right?
Yeah, and from what Merriweather described on how Thomas started acting.
Yeah, jealous or something, right?
all right. So that there's possibly motive.
Well, yeah, he was jealous, and then he went on some fucking trip to London, to like the UK, saw some fucking lake, and then came back and I don't know, changed. Is that what Miss Wayweather said anyway?
Yeah.
That, and he knew what was in the sarcophagus.
The letter also said that Thomas had come across some new manuscripts.
Yeah, so he must have them. Now, do we tell the curator?
I mean, we could, but we also have to admit that we went through a mortician's mail.
I mean, he left it open, and he saw some interesting stuff in it, right?
I guess so.
The story is we finished talking with him. He left a letter open out on the thing, and he's glancing through just to be a little nosy. That's not a crime.
Walter thinks for a second years for sure that is reading someone's mail is a crime, but doesn't say anything.
Yannick speaks up. It could just be one of those where we just couldn't help but notice sort of scenarios, and then coincidence lines up, and to be fair with what he said about Thomas, it proves a possible motive.
I'm just curious what the fuck that if TP is Thomas, what the fuck was the mortician doing for him?
Yes, that's my concern as well, and unfortunately we didn't take the letter with us, so that's going to make it a little bit... He brings a finger to the collar of his neck to be like, that's going to be rough on us.
I mean, my theory is if he's dabbling with supposed dead bodies, got something in, I don't know, help with the heists of some sort. He had to do favors, whatever that meant.
Well, that could have very well been part of it.
Faking deaths, writing fake death certificates. He writes those, don't he?
He would. He's the mortician.
Yeah, so you just got to write a death certificate for someone who's already dead. That man's already off the spot. He's got a damn good alibi. He's dead.
However, I think another thing should be in that, as much as we would have Officer Dudley with us, Yannick just kind of looks over at him and then looks back at the group.
It would give, if we had Dudley with us, it would give some credibility to any future actions.
I mean, he is the head of the investigation, ain't he?
The museum's investigation, anyway.
I was also thinking, maybe just in case, a little bit of a... He kind of like... He does like the look side to side thing as he's thinking. A little anonymous tip to the constabulary as well would be maybe a nice backup.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
The thing is, all we got right now is conjecture. We don't got any, evidence.
I mean, the letter itself is evidence enough. We just didn't take it.
Yeah, we didn't take it, so therefore there is no evidence. All that letter suggests is that the mortician is in business with a man called TP, and they're going to have a meeting tonight.
Well, that is possible. They are going to be having a meeting. However, if Thomas does have the manuscripts, we have his address.
Yeah, I wanted to get around to that. I don't know. I don't know if we want to meet Thomas tonight, though.
I mean, I wasn't planning on meeting him tonight. I was hoping to meet him earlier. It's only what 5 now.
Yes, maybe.
Well, it took you a wee bit to get across town, so it's close to 6 now.
Question, Jarrod.
Yo.
I'd like to do some sort of check, and just because of my current repertoire, how long could I like get a sense of how long it would take to pull in an item like that off?
You could, but I don't know what skill that would be. Appraisal?
I have appraisal, yeah. If that works.
I'd say appraisal.
Let's go with appraisal. It's not my highest skill, so it might not work. And if I finally get to fucking use it though. Nah.
Yeah. You're not into the whole book thing.
No, I have other interests.
Like a shiny item, that's where you're at.
I mean, if we at the moment we don't have we can't just take it to the police because we don't have the letter. But I mean, yeah, we can tip them off. That's an idea that might give them a little bit of action some point or another. It's better than nothing. But should we tell the curator?
Yes, I was something to at least put on the table.
I think we should tell the curator that Thomas is probably involved. I do believe that when we told to the that I'm just not sure what we're going to tip to the police because there's not really anything for them to take action on.
We suspect that Thomas Pitts is the person that robbed the museum, or at least orchestrated it. He has a motive, possibly to get one over on the curator who currently runs it. Take the things that are inside it, maybe put them off for himself, self-interest, stuff like that.
I mean, you can say that, but I don't really think it's gonna. They will take it too seriously.
It's better than nothing.
Yes, it would not hurt, but that being said, we could probably tell him right now, and that we are just going to have we're going to ask him ourselves to make sure if that seems the case.
Oh no, I'm fine with telling Mr. Mayweather that Thomas may be involved and what we've kind of discovered on our own. All I'm saying is that for the police, we may not be able to really convince them of much, and telling them what we found in a letter.
I'd at least like to try.
I have come to that conclusion as well. At this rate, it is amongst us to deal with it, so the early bird gets the worm, as one would say.
I mean, who knows, maybe we can find something out about that meeting tonight. That might add a little more kindle to the fire, as it were.
So that was the meeting between the... Hold on. I wrote down the note as to what the actual thing said.
It was the meeting between Larry and Billy.
Yeah, so what, was he handing off the payments?
He's just handing off the payment. So Thomas won't be there. It will just be a guy to hand over the money.
Why don't we tip off that there's going to be a dealing going down in the Independent Square?
That could work.
I mean, it's not like a drug deal or anything.
I mean, we don't have to tell them that we can tell them it's a drug deal. What will they know? They see two people exchanging money.
I suppose they should get back in character. Yes, we could tell them. We could tell them
It could be moonshining.
that would get them going, I have to admit.
All we gotta tell them is that there's gonna be a meeting in Independence Square about a moonshining.
And this would be an anonymous tip, correct? So maybe we just telegraph it in?
Yeah, of course.
What if we ask Mr. Mayweather about this Billy character? Maybe he knows who he is.
I mean, maybe.
Yes, let's ask about that. And then, after we gain information on who this Mr. Flowers could be, we then proceed with the anonymous tip telegram, and we go to the source directly.
Yeah, we probably have to go over to Mr. Thomas's residence to see what's up.
I feel that, though it's getting a bit late, a polite conversation with the man is probably out of the question at this point in time.
Yes.
I suggest we follow up on the other leads, but let's chat to Mr. Mayweather first and give him the sit rep of what we've got down so far.
Hey everyone, I just want to thank you all for listening to the end of the podcast. It has been nearly a month since the first episode was released, and I am very sorry for that. I got very busy after the first episode was released, and I just simply could not edit any of the footage that was recorded for the podcasts, and hopefully I'll be much more free and ready to edit. I actually got a few editors ready and lined up to tackle any of the footage that I have, and hopefully I'll just be able to get these episodes much faster out. I'm going to try to upload bi-weekly. So with that being said, hopes and prayers, this will be out Monday, and then the next episode will be out, it will be, what is the month today? It will be out the 4th of October. That is the hope, that's the plan. Please don't crucify me if it's not out. All right, with that, see ya.